and welcome to the webinar about Apsis One and Microsoft Dynamics and their integration that has been recently released. We are very happy to welcome you here. My name is Daniel. I am account executive here in Efficy, which is the company that Apsis is a part of. And I've been, by the way, selling Apsis for about almost 3 years now, together with some other things. And I'm really looking forward to show you what Apsis can. But most importantly, I'm really looking forward to say welcome to our guest, Anas, who is going to present us what the integration between Apsis One and Microsoft Dynamics can. And with that, I would like to give the word to Anas, maybe to say a few words about yourself.
Thank you so much, and thank you for inviting me. Yeah, just a quick word. I've been working with CRM for plus 25 years, and we built the CRM connectors at Siteshop, and we've built this Apsis One CRM connector for Dynamics, and it's a really nice integration. I'm super excited to demonstrate it to you in a few minutes.
Yeah, me too. Spoiler alert, I have seen the integration. It's great. So you guys really need to look forward to this. Before we go there, let's just speak briefly about our agenda for today. This webinar is going to be quick. It's not going to take more than 30 minutes. We know everybody's super busy, so we want to be efficient, but still to show everything that's important. Right now, we are in the intro phase where we just talking about each other, I guess. Then we're gonna jump into the Apsis must know part. So I know that some of you here are Apsis customers, others maybe are not Apsis customers but have heard about it. Maybe some of you don't even know what Apsis is. So that is something that we're going to clarify. Then we're gonna have a very short Apsis walkthrough just for you to see, to catch a glimpse of what the essentials about Apsis is, and then we are going to talk about the integration between Dynamics and Apsis, and that's going to be Anas who is going to be taking care of it. I think sounds good, right?
Very good.
Right. So let's just jump into what is Apsis. Apsis is a marketing automation platform. I think that much is clear. We call it a one-stop shop for marketeers to turn their campaigns into profit, and that's a just more, I guess, professional way to say that all the things that you need in your marketing approach towards your visitor, recipients, clients, whatever you want to call them, can be found in Apsis. So Apsis combines functions like newsletters, creation and sending, and segmentation, and so on. Apsis gives you possibility to build marketing automation flows from very simple ones to very detailed ones to turn this into a very tailored campaign. And it combines it with other things like tracking the behavior of your visitors on their website, on your website, sorry, or perhaps you want to do a survey with them, you want to have them create some, or fill some forms. All of this you can do in Apsis. So basically all the interactions that they have with you, with your brand, and all the ways in which they give you consciously or unconsciously small signals, this is something that you can store as information in Apsis and then act upon it. Now, speaking of the communication and speaking of sending newsletters, for example, Apsis is one of the best, if not the best, in the market when it comes to deliverability rates. Our deliverability rate is 98%, which is extremely high for the market. Yeah. You can Google it. You don't have to take my word for granted. But the reason we have such a high deliverability rate is because we have our very own team of people here in Apsis that are just working to ensure that our deliverability rates are that high. So there is somebody whose job it is only to ensure that. And that's important because let's not lie to ourselves. You pay for this, you pay for these emails to be sent, and if you have them end in spam, then you're wasting money. So I think that's quite important. I'm sure you agree on us.
Yeah, totally.
And then, of course, Apsis is fully European, unlike many other companies and solutions in this area. We don't have anything to do with the US, for example. All our data centers are in Europe. We are fully compliant with different laws and directives from the European Union, obviously GDPR, being able for people to remove their data, give consent, all these things. We have ISO certifications. We are fully compliant with the new European Accessibility Act and much, much more. So you don't have to think about these kinds of things, which I also believe it's quite important for a marketeer. Well, we've talked a little bit, and I think now it's time to show them first Apsis, which I'm going to do. So perhaps let's take a look at that.
Nice.
And maybe let's move to Apsis so that you guys can see how it works in real life. We are now already here in, by the way, in Anna's Apsis account. So we have to see how diligent he has been with his data. Maybe not
very good,
much, but
there's some data.
There's some data, and
data.
that's all we need for now.
Yeah.
So we are in the front page of Apsis here. Here you can see different things like, okay, well, how many profiles do I have in my account? How many profiles am I allowed to have in my account? Do I need to upgrade, for example? You can see how many mails you have sent. You can see how many profiles of your of the ones that you have are known, how many are unknown, consents, everything. If you send emails, unlike Anna's, you also be able to see all the data about your emails here, like how many clicks of a specific campaign, how many opens, how many bounces, and all that. And then here are all the different modules that we have in Apsis. Obviously, one of the most important one, our email editor. If you send SMS, you can do it from here. Marketing automation, which is something we're going to look into. And then other ones like forms, the connection to your website, etc. But the most central part of Apsis, the core of Apsis, is this audience part. This is where we essentially are going to be looking into in order to understand our audience and what they do and who they are and how they can be targeted. So audience connects all the profiles that we have in our Apsis system, all the people that we are interested in. A person like this is, for example, Patrick. Patrick, he is, let's say, somebody who has given consent and somebody who we have the permission to keep his data here. Now I can see everything about Patrick. I can see his details. I can also see what kind of subscriptions he's part of. I can see also many other things. I can take a look at, for example, the integrations in the website that he has had, what kind of pages he has looked into, how many times. I can see his response data, for example, if there have been mails that have been sent to Patrick, how has he responded to them. I can see his consents. I can see his forms and page interactions and everything really that I need to know about him. And not only can I see this data, but I can use it later on, and I'll show you how. Audience is profiles, but it is not only profiles. It is also the ability to put profiles together into something more meaningful. Because in audience, you can also create subscriptions and you can create segments. So subscriptions would be connecting the profiles to whatever emails you want to send them and whatever campaign you want them to be part of. But also segments is extremely important because you can combine the profiles into groups of people who have common interests, or maybe they need a common way to be approached that is different than somebody else's. A segment like this we have here. It's called customers from web CRM, or from CRM, sorry. It's yeah, it doesn't matter. The customers from the CRM right now are some people that obviously have been tagged as customer in the CRM system, but we can keep adding different filters, I guess I can call them, so that we can narrow down this list. For example, this could be based on their properties. So maybe they are part of a specific group of customers or something like that. Or it can also be based on events. So I can create a segment, for example, with people who have opened a certain email from a certain marketing campaign 5 times in a certain period of time, for example.
Nice.
And then based on that, I can create some actions. So you can be really, really, really like detailed about your marketing approach just because you have so many opportunities with segmentation. What do you think about that, Anders?
I love it. It's
Right.
also, it's it's not a secret. I'm a big CRM guy, and the segmentations and marketing lists is a key thing when you have a lot of contacts you want to reach out to. So it's a brilliant. It's very, and I think it looks very easy to use as well. I like
Absolutely.
that. It's super user friendly.
Absolutely. And I think you mentioned something very important here, because nowadays, if you're not targeted, if you don't do the segmentation properly, then you might as well just stop sending emails, I think, because nobody is going to read something in a world where we receive, I don't know, like hundreds of emails sometimes a day.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to read something that's generic or that's not for them. So you have to be really careful with that.
Yeah.
When you have your profiles, maybe you have your segments, it's time to start your communication. The email editor, for example, it's extremely easy to use. It is super friendly. It looks like this here, but I can also show you how it looks once you open it.
Yes.
Basically, you have all of that that I have, well, in this case, Anas has done himself, and he has done it in a very easy way, because essentially it's just drag and drop. No special skills, no coding skills, nothing like that. You just get something from here, whatever you want to put in the email, for example, an image, drop it over here, and then add it, edit it, and all that. So really, if somebody like me can use it, then I think everyone can use it, to be honest. I'm not a very graphic design kind of guy, so I still find it like super easy. Whenever you're done with your email, then you just choose your segments that it has to be sent to, do some settings of the campaign, and then just send it away, and then you can see the statistics of it. But making emails and sending emails, that's not the only thing. What are we missing, you know?
Yeah, I always find it very interesting, like what's the reaction to the email I send out, and what can I do with that reaction? Like, do they open it or click it, or do they ignore my email? So
yeah, so you want to see it, and most likely you also, as you say, you want to do something about it, especially if somebody has shown some interest, and like we cannot let this interest go in vain. We have to keep working on it. And this is where, in my opinion, maybe the most powerful function of Apsis comes in place. This is the possibility to create different marketing automation flows. Now, what you see on your screens is an extremely simple marketing automation flow with just 3 steps, where I have chosen to, let's say I have created some campaign, I have sent a certain email, and now I really want to narrow down to those people who have shown extreme interest in it. And in my book, extreme interest maybe means that they have opened the email at least 5 times.
Yeah.
So I use this as my trigger. Then I give them some breathing time for 5 days so that we're not too pushy. And then maybe I send them another email, which now knows that they have shown interest. So it can be a little bit more targeted, because maybe they are ready to be persuaded. Then I can send another email if I want, or maybe I can do something else with all these notes, we call them, that we have here. I can end the flow, I can create notifications, I can update profiles automatically. So for example, if somebody has opened something 5 times, maybe I want to give them automatically a tag that says interested customer or something like that. And Anders will later tell you that maybe this is also something that then we can push further in another system.
Maybe.
Or else. I mean, just for you to understand, the possibilities are many. And I think Apsis is a tool that has to be explored a lot. And if you want to talk more about Apsis, you can always reach out to us. But I think now we are here for something else, again, related to Apsis. But we want to focus a little bit on our very new connector between Apsis and Dynamics and how it works. And for this, the star of the show here, Anna, is going to take over and tell us a little bit more about it.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you so much. And thank you for a crash course. Very, very nice introduction to Apsis One and the features. I personally, I'm just like super excited to be able to supercharge Apsis One with all the good context from CRM. Right. And that's why we built the Apsis One CRM connector.
Yeah.
And there's so much you can do in sales and so much you can do in marketing. And when you bring them together, it just makes everything better for both sales and marketing. So I want to show you all how it works. But first, just a simple question: why should you connect your CRM system with the marketing platform as Apsis One?
Maybe you want to avoid some manual work, creating something two places manually. Maybe you just want your sales and marketing department to not hate each other and communicate properly.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, spot on. Like the first very simple reason, but very hands-on reason is we hate manual. We hate copy pasting contacts from one system to another. So definitely the first point of an integration is, of course, to make the machine works for us.
Indeed.
Right?
Indeed.
But if we take a step further down, it's also like you have a lot of the same information in both CRM about your contacts as you have in Apsis. So if a name changes or a phone number changes, you should not go into two different systems and do the same changes.
Obviously,
they share some information that of course should be handled automatically when there's changes. But also like the salespeople, they have the timing, they have the contact, the daily contact with leads and customers, and all that information they get from that can be used to make the marketing efforts even more personalized, more better timing, and that's the real reason for me. Salespeople are very good at doing sales work. Marketing people is very good at doing marketing work, and now we help them help each other.
We put them together, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We bring sales and marketing together.
Nice. Yes, that's a very good slogan that we can use.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. let's use that. And of course, like the serious part is also making sure that your consent for each person is absolutely correct and handled correctly. Like you don't want a situation where, oh, did this customer opt out or did he not? Or I think I updated it in this list. Oh, I'll take a look in my Excel sheet. You don't want that situation. You want the consent to be handled correctly every time.
Yeah, it's very important.
It is very important. Just one complaint on that part, it can make a lot of trouble. So, of course, and all these things together will also make you look more professional towards your customers. They know and they can feel when you know what you're doing with your send out. So, this is why we want to connect CRM with the Apsis One, and I've taken like the 5 key elements of the integration. I want to show you some great examples.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm more than ready.
Yeah,
looking forward to it.
Great. So let's start from the beginning. So the first example is just to show you how easy it is to push a contact from CRM into Apsis One.
Right.
Okay, as a CRM user. Now I want this contact to be an Apsis One. So let's find my CRM system. It's right here. And let's take Patrick. And as you can see, the fields for connecting is right there on your contact image in CRM. Just enable the sync and you click save. And you don't have to do anything else. In near real time, I have to say, but within a few seconds, this contact has now been transferred into Apsis One. So let's find him here in the audience. And as you can see, Patrick, he's right there.
He's right there.
Yeah. And he has the same information now in Apsis One as he had in CRM. And you can see the newsletter that we signed up for in CRM is the same that has been
here. Yeah.
So no more copy pasting.
No.
I like that.
Super quick and super efficient.
Yeah. And as I mentioned, and as you mentioned, it happens right away. So you don't have to wait for an hour or for 8 hours, something like it's there right away.
Yeah, I think that's very powerful.
Yeah. So that's like the main part of pushing a contact. You can also, I forgot to say this, but you can also set up rules so that specific contacts with specific criteria in CRM automatically get pushed into Apsis One.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. Okay, so the next thing is, of course, when you do some changes in CRM, like if Patrick gets a new job title, you might want to send some other newsletters to him. or maybe you want to, personalize the content for him. So let's see what happens if we change his job title in CRM from middleware developer to front-end developer. We just use CRM as we do. We save the changes, and now if we go back to Apsis and we click F5, let's just refresh. Yeah, then you can see the job title has changed automatically.
Right, and again, super quickly.
Yeah, it's instantly, and so now Patrick, you will be able, or he will maybe automatically, because of your automations, marketing automations, maybe now he will end up in a different flow.
Indeed.
That's more relevant for him.
Indeed.
And this is really where the power between sales and marketing, begins to show itself.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, let's take a look at the consent. So, in my opinion, there's basically two ways to opt out. Right? You can have like the sales people in CRM can opt out for you. So Patrick does not want anymore. He just called me, said he don't want to be contacted anymore. So you should be able to do that in CRM, and you can do that. But also if you click unsubscribe on an email, right?
Yeah.
You should be able to opt out as a recipient that way.
Yeah. Obviously, that's a standard nowadays, right?
Exactly. We all know that unsubscribe button. Yeah, you shouldn't use it. Of course, you should use it. So either way, whether you do it in the email or if you are being opted out from Apsis or from CRM, it will synchronize two ways. So let's check that out. So back in CRM, let's disable these two consent types here. Yeah, here we go. So we change that and we click save. And when we go back into Apsis, we can take a look at the subscriptions up here. They're the same, but when we click F5 and refresh the page, you can see they have been changed accordingly.
Yes.
And so that's when you do it in CRM. You can see it changes in Apsis. Let's try the other way. Let's try to add it back in Apsis,
right,
and see if it changes in CRM. I think it does, but let's just.
I think so too, but let's see.
Let's see. It's very exciting. Okay, so now we add the email newsletter, and we save this. So now we've added it back in to the profile. We can see the small icon here. If we go to CRM and refresh the contact, here we go. You can see the consent is back changed. Yeah, and again, this is instantly. We don't have to wait for tomorrow until this happens.
So not only does it does it instantly, but it also does it like the two ways.
Yes, this is full two-way synchronization.
Full two ways. Okay, that's just amazing.
It is, and we believe it's very important.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, let's see what's next. Okay, so we mentioned marketing lists. You mentioned segmentations earlier, and in any CRM system, the ability to find specific contacts with specific criteria, like maybe all the contacts that you've met on a seminar, who are a part of your customers and not prospects, like all that stuff that you usually do in CRM to help you have a more personalized sales dialogue. You should be able to use that in Apsis One as well.
Absolutely.
So we've actually combined, so we've added the feature to use the marketing list from CRM, but have them transferred into Apsis One. So this is, I think this is a very, very powerful way to help you make more personalized marketing. Let's take a look at a simple marketing list here in CRM. I have subscription customers, it's called. There's some criteria and there's some members of this list. Right? So if we go over to Apsis and go to the marketing list menu, you can see you can either import the members from that marketing list. You can see it's right there. So you can see your marketing lists from CRM, but now you can see them in Apsis. So you can either import them one time, or you can do what I'm doing now. I'm actually adding it to a recurring update. So every time a new member gets added to the marketing list of CRM, it will automatically be added into Apsis.
That is amazing.
It's a very, very cool feature. And it really helps to like blur the lines between sales and marketing, and salespeople can focus on their sales work, and marketing people can know that the list they're getting in Apsis One, they are relevant, they are up to date, they don't have to like, is consent really given on this? Yes, it is. Everything is great data quality for them.
Yeah, and I think if I may add something
Yeah.
here that I just thought of, because very often salespeople come to marketing and say, "Oh, but like your data is not good and whatever." And in this case, marketing has the argument, "Well, it was you who built this list and
Yes.
provided this data."
Yes.
So don't try to criticize me on that.
No, but that's like the typical salespeople are saying, "Oh, you're not giving me enough leads."
Yeah.
And the marketing people say, "Oh, you're not giving us qualified data to give you leads." It's the old story.
It's the old story, and I think it's a lot because of miscommunication, right?
Yep.
Because they cannot see what they're doing each other, right?
No, true.
And now we're solving this problem.
We are solving it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're bringing sales and marketing together.
Together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. That's very nice. Okay, so let's just see like the last example here. And it's not that this is a big technical walkthrough. I just want to show you how easy it is to select the fields you have in CRM, how you can map them into the fields you have in Apsis. It's really easy. You go into Apsis and the integration, and here you have the field mappings. And as you can see on your left, you have all the available fields in CRM, and it can be fields from accounts, contacts, and from leads. And then you simply choose the field in Apsis you want to map it into. And you can, as you know, you can just add new fields to the profile in Apsis. It's you can see add new attribute. Right. It's really easy. So, but this is also to show you don't need to call some developers or a big consultancy team to navigate and maintain your integration. You can do it yourself.
You do it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a key part as well. Okay, so that's how it works. That's like the 5 key elements of the integrations. I hope you found it useful, inspiring maybe.
I found it both useful, inspiring, and I think also very digestible. Yeah. I think it was a great way to show all of the things that the integration can, but also in a way that's easy to process, right?
Yeah.
So I think you should get some credit for that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me just stress for you guys that this is a plug and play app, because hopefully you're thinking, this looks great. How can we get this? Do we need a big development project? No, you don't. It's plug and play. It's available on the Microsoft App Source, and I actually have a link for that. You can just go to it, but let's see what happens if we click this one.
Oh, well.
So yeah. So now we're at the Microsoft App Source, and we've just looked up for the Apsis CRM connector, and it's right here. And you can see some more examples. You can read some more, and you can, of course, you can just click this button if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hope you do.
Yes. Okay. So I think that was it for me. Thank you for letting me speak for that long. That's nice.
Yeah, well, thank you for speaking and I wouldn't say it was that long. I think it was just enough actually to show everything that we had for today for our guests and for whoever is tuning in, watching us. And a big thank you also from my side, both to you, Anas, but also to everyone who spent 20-30 minutes of their time watching this. We really hope that you guys had or found value in what you had or what you were shown. And if one of you, or hopefully more of you, wants to hear more about the integration or maybe more about Apsis, then just do not hesitate to contact any of us. If you're an Apsis customer wanting to get the integration, then you can also contact your Apsis account manager. So with that being said, I think we could just say a big thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and see you soon.
See you soon.